absolutely no idea what I'm doing with these videos, so I just thought I'd start from the beginning and just tell you a little bit about as to why I got involved with role-playing in general. Back in 1983, I was reading fighting fantasy game books, of course. I think most British kids were at the time, especially the kids whose imaginations are all out there. Then the following year, in 1984, we got the Red Box Basic Dungeons and Dragons set, the one with the excellent Larry Airmore cover, which is brilliant. And from then on, I just played as often as I could, whatever games I could find. So in the 80s, it was mainly Dungeons and Dragons, a bit of Traveller, Star Wars, the role-playing game, when that came out in 87, that was a huge hit. And then moved on to things like Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay and MERP, and then in the 90s with the big explosion, tried lots of different games, from Vampire through to Call of Cthulhu, through loads of different things. So it was a great time. But I think the thing that I took away from role-playing games was the spontaneous creativity of each session. So I'm sat around a table with a whole bunch of people, and we're basically creating a story and sort of creating events and basically creating a saga. Some of my campaigns went on for years. I mean, the Star Wars one went on for the better part of 10 years. I had a Warhammer one which went on for 3 years, all running concurrently, not one after the other. I'm not that old. So yeah, we had a fantastic time, and that's what I got out of it the most. I mean, I'm pretty much a forever GM now. I don't play as much as I used to, but what I get out of it most was I just love sitting at the table. So I've got a touch of ADHD, so my mind's always moving, my mind's always going. I'm always basically trying to sort of keep my mind, keep my brain happy. You know what I mean? Keep my imagination satiated, if that's even a word. I might just made that up. So yeah, so I'm constantly trying to give my brain something to do, and when I'm GMing a game and I'm on the seat of my pants and I'm reacting to what the players are saying and doing, and we're all sat and we're all creating at the same time, and we're all bouncing off each other as far as characters and stories are concerned, and the entire narrative surrounding the game. I think that's when I'm at my liveliest. That's when I'm at my most creative, I think, because everything's spontaneous. Boom, I forget half of it 5 minutes later. But that particular moment, yeah, it's a great feeling. It's a fantastic feeling, and I think that's probably why I play it in a lot of rules light games, and why I design them as well. Games like Deep Space and Those Dark Places and Pressure. And the reason why I keep them rules light is then you can focus on what's happening at the table as far as the story and the characters are concerned. So you don't have to worry about charts and tables and what dice, what fully shaped dice that you're rolling. You just roll dice, you get a result, and then you move on. You interpret the result, and then you move on. And that's what I'm enjoying about rules light systems at the moment, because it allows you just to push on with the story. I mean, complicated systems have got their place, of course. I mean, I love MERP. I've always loved MERP, and old games like that, even Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition especially. There is a little bit of complication there, but I'm fine with that if it's like 1 or 2 players, or 2 or 3 players I should say, because then the other players aren't sitting around for half an hour waiting for their turn only to roll a miss. It's a little bit whiffy, so you don't want that. So that's why I like rules light ones now, because the action can be snip 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 snip. You sort of get through it. You're not spending an hour and a half on just a single encounter or just a few swings, or deciding what your powers are. Like I say, there's a time and a place for those sort of games. I don't play those kind of games that often these days. I've moved on to other things, but they are still a lot of fun. So yeah, that's why I go for the rules light now. It allows me to be creative faster, put it that way. So that's why I roleplay. That's why I do it. Just sitting around the table, like I said before, bouncing ideas and stories and conversations off all these different people whose minds and creativity is probably just as potent and powerful as mine is. It's a hell of a feeling, and long may that continue. So that's my second video. The first one I introduced myself. This one's basically telling you why I do what I do, and it's why I became a designer. It's why. Oh, there's my cat. Hello, James. A bit of space there on the shelf, thank you. It's why I became a designer. It's why I decided that I wanted to write stuff, because I wanted to share what I'm passionate about in role-playing games with other people. I'm not telling them how they should run the games, of course. That's not the nature of it. But I'm constantly having ideas, and I just constantly want to share, and that's just the way I am, I suppose. That's why I'm enjoying a little bit of a plug. for Deep Space here. Deep Space from Farsight Games, available now on DrivethruRPG as a bundle. The reason why I wrote Deep Space and kept it down to 4 pages was because I just wanted it to be fast and neat. So it's literally a pickup game. And so everything I wrote for it after that was like 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages long. So you can absorb it really quickly and then just get on and play the game. And I think that's why I designed it the way that I did. And I've had great fun doing it as well. So there you have it. So that's that. So yeah, grand. So thanks for that. Any comments, then knock yourselves out. I'll try and answer them, but if I don't take it personally. Hopefully I'll have something a little bit more concrete and less about me on the next one, because I've literally just picked up this RuneScape Kingdoms from Steamforged Games, and it's based on the course of the RuneScape game. It uses a 3d6 roll low system, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's got the setting, it's got all that sort of stuff. So I want to talk a lot about other people's games as well. I want to try and do that. And then as a quick plug, of course, Pressure's out now. That's out on stores. You can buy that pretty much anywhere you buy games, and from Amazon and all sorts, and from Osprey Games themselves. That's the sequel to my game, Those Dark Places, but it is its own standalone game. You don't need to own Those Dark Places to play this. Would be nice if you did, but you don't need it. Whereas Those Dark Places was trying to capture a theme and an atmosphere and a style of play. Pressure is a full setting, and you can create your own characters. And pretty much do what you want with it within the framework of the game. So that's out now. So yeah, cool. So anyway, so that's that. So yeah, I'll speak to you next time, I guess. Take care of yourselves and each other. That was ridiculous. Click off.